Hi, my name is Nose. Welcome to the first of some videos. I've been wanting to be a booktuber for a long time, but kind of didn't want to put in all of the effort. And then a friend of mine basically said, you could just do very occasional videos, and also I would watch them, and I think it would be neat. So my plan for now is to do library haul videos, which is the video I'm about to do, and then at the end of every month, do a wrap-up of the books that I read. And if I really like a book, you might get a whole video on it, but don't count on it. So we're gonna get into the books. I can't count, 8 books here today in my most recent library haul, and I've already started one of them, which is the first book we're gonna talk about, which is Ghost Talkers by Mary Robinette Kowal. I've actually tried to read this book before and got about 2 chapters in, I think, before my brain just decided I wasn't going to be interested in it anymore. I read every single Glamorous Histories book, which starts with Shades of Milk and Honey, I believe. Loved those. Really loved the first one and loved all of the others. In my opinion, some of the others aren't as strong as the first, but I don't think that makes them bad. This is a book about World War I, mediums, the ghosts of dead soldiers as spies, and then something else happens. And I've gotten to the something else already, but I'm not sure if it's in the synopsis, and I'm not gonna check. I believe there's also an element of romance to it, which I'm interested in. I do like a romantic relationship if it's done well, which I think this one is. I'm really enjoying so far the medium aspect of it, and the main character being able to see people's auras and things. I think it's woven into the prose really well, and I'm excited to see what happens in this book. So you can see I'm a very tiny amount of the way in. I think I'm less than 100 pages in, and it's 300 pages. So we'll see if I like it. The next book is Uglies by Scott Westerfeld. I have not read this series, even though it was popular, I guess, around the time that I was starting to read YA, because I heard it was bad. I don't remember where, and I don't remember why, but something somewhere gave me the impression that these were not good books, and so I never picked them up. But then, recently, in my book club server, people were talking about them and saying that they were actually very good and had some really good points to make, so I decided to pick them up and give them a try. I think I already said, but I did really like the Leviathan series, so I do, for the most part, trust his writing. I believe I read Afterward, and I really didn't like it, but we'll see. Next, we have a short story collection, Robots versus Fairies, and I know I picked this up because of a specific author, and I looked at the list, and I don't know who it is, because we have John Scalzi, we have Mary Robinette Kowal, and we have Kin Liu and Catherine and Valentine in here, and it could have been any of those 4, but regardless, the premise of robots versus fairies, and I'm a sucker for fairies, and I'm a sucker for sci-fi, so I'm very excited to read this collection and see which stories I actually like. I'm not expecting it to be great overall, because short story collections always are a little bit hit and miss, and not everyone is good, but the premise sounds really good, so I'm excited. Next, we have Space Opera by Catherine and Valente. I'll be honest, I have no idea what this book is about. I believe it's about some kind of Eurovision-esque contest in a sci-fi world. I picked this up mostly because a friend of mine absolutely loved it, and I'm trying to read more sci-fi because I've realized my TBR and my reading history are kind of more skewed to fantasy than sci-fi. I'm really obsessed with the cover and the vibes of the disco ball and the rings here, and I had a look inside and I really like the font, which I know are really minor things, but I think this book has good vibes. Also, it's really thin, and I haven't read a lot of thin books recently, and I'm kind of excited to have a quicker read. Next, we have A Song of Wraiths and Ruin, and I'm going to be perfectly 100% honest with you. I have no idea why I picked this book up, nor can I summarize what it's about. Song of Wraiths and Ruin by Roseanne A. Brown. I just know, I saw it in a video, or I saw it recommended somewhere, and I think I'm gonna like it, but I don't know why. I'm obsessed with the aesthetic, though. The colors and the cover art really appeal to me. It sounds like there's an assassination of some sort that's supposed to happen, and somebody's younger sister gets kidnapped, and we have 2 POV characters who are kind of at odds, but maybe, probably, I'm sure, eventually going to become allies, and I really like that. Down to the last 3. We have If the Shoe Fits by Julie Murphy. That is the correct name. This is, I believe, a Cinderella retelling, and I haven't read anything by Julie Murphy. I intend to read Dumplin' at some point, but I decided to pick this one up first because a friend of mine read it, I think, like last week even, and really loved it and told me a few things about it that were just so good. And I've really needed some romance, some lighthearted stuff, some short, quick read, guaranteed happy ending to read because, I've been feeling down recently. Next, we have Better Together by Christine Riccio? I'm not sure. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, Christine. I'm sorry. This book is pitched as Parent Trap-esque. It's 2 sisters who switch identities. There's romance involved. There's, I'm sure, shenanigans, and I'm really into sibling stories. I'm really into family stories. So I'm pretty excited to see what's inside this book. I think there's also maybe an element of like magic potentially in this as well, which I'm very intrigued by. And I also noticed, and I'm gonna have to make sure I cover the name of my library, I noticed it has 2 different covers. And it's really cute. I'm kind of low-key obsessed with that. I'm very excited to read this one because it sounds like it'll be really fun. I love like messy hijinks stories, so fingers crossed. Last but not least, in the vein of lighthearted stories, we have Priory of the Orange Tree. Oh god, it's so heavy. I've heard this is not lighthearted. And it's so chunky. I don't know if I'll finish it this month. But at the speed I've been reading, I may. I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about this book. I know it has a dragon on the cover, so I don't know what to expect. It's like 800 pages of narrative. I believe the reason I had this on my list, I can't hold it up anymore, so you're just gonna have to look at me. I believe the reason I have this on my list is that a TikToker that I really trust had it on like a Sapphic Reads recommendation. And I can't remember if it was this one or She Who Became the Sun. That was like, it's not technically Sapphic because one of the characters isn't a woman. I think it was She Who Became the Sun because I read She Who Became the Sun and I know there's some gender stuff going on there. But I'm not sure. Excited is a strong word for a book that I'm pretty sure is going to be a little emotionally devastating if I'm remembering correctly, but I'm interested to read it. And everybody's been saying it's good, and I love a tome. I love a tasty, tasty tome. So these books, and then I am actually currently reading 2 books that will be in a wrap-up if I finish them in March. I'm about halfway through The Left-Handed Booksellers of London by Garth Nix. I'm listening to the audiobook. Really good audiobook, by the way. Maybe I'll try to put the cover on the screen if I feel up to editing that. And then I am a little bit into the 4th book of the Mirror Visitor series, the title of which I do not remember, but I'll put the cover on the screen somewhere, which I'm not sure I'm going to finish this month, but we'll see. If I do, it will be in a wrap-up. So these are all the books. I'm very excited to get into them. I might actually end up finishing Left-Handed Booksellers today, which will mean I get into Ghost Talkers tomorrow. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Put your thoughts on these books below. Let me know if you are really interested in seeing individual reviews of books. I don't know if I'll end up doing them even if you are interested, all 5 of you who may watch this, but says all the normal YouTuber things. Subscribe, like this video, I guess, comment below, etc. Whatever. I will see you at the end of March.